Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday Night Winston Cup Series. I'm your host, John Reap, back after a week off, and back after several weeks off is our co-host, your friend and mine, the man, the myth, the monster, Milt Minter Jr.
What's up? Here we go. Yeah, Texas.
Guys, say it is.
Got the Pops Markson on the pole.
Yeah, the venerable one. Is definitely great to have you back in action, Milty.
Good to be here. Good to be of sound mind and body, kind of, to done. So.
Oh, wait a minute, why am I not getting sound from the main computer now? Oh my god, it's just one problem after another tonight.
Took a week off, man.
That's what happens, I guess, yeah. Well, you're silently watching Nick Walters get some practice pitting there. Oh, and he's gonna go to a backup car after that one. You see that pit road entry, it can be a little tricky.
Tore up. Gonna make his crew chief happy.
Oh, crew chief's not gonna be happy with that at all. But again, you see on the pole, Pops Markson. There you go, at least my mouse profile's working right. There's your pole setter. Got Brad
And
Otto
that's
checking
okay
in.
for practice. That's what you want to do, is push the limits.
Absolutely.
Back it down in the race.
Jeff Hale, strong showing last night in the truck race here as well. Mark DeSenza, Donald Ritchie, Rick Castle rounding out your top five qualifiers. Now Rick Castle is in the catbird seat tonight. Ryan Johnson, the series admin and point leader, 18 points up coming in here tonight, is on vacation. And while you'll see him, in the grid, he's going to start and park because he's in a hotel in Florida or someplace and just going to make a lap on the keyboard and call it a night. Take his 5 points.
I've done that before. I did that for a Trans Am Championship. I took my big old square computer with a 17-inch screen, put it in the wheelbarrow, along with my, because they had a hard line back then in the day, and went up the wheelbarrow, went up the elevator with a wheelbarrow with people looking at me. I'm like, I'm a professional sim racer. I'm racing for a championship, so I got to start and park. Set it up on a table, and I think I did it 2 weeks in a row because it was that or you don't win, and I wanted that trophy, so I got it.
Yep.
Look at them testing the pitting there. Looks like you got a long way to go to get to the actual cones there. Or is it the first set of cones?
It's line to line, or stall to stall rather, I should say. So it just looks like you got a ways to go there.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Sauce and Bradley, he's in the race today. Pride of Fresno, California. Looks a little foggy there today.
All right, so.
Or is it smog?
Hey, I'm going to be racing tonight. I just want to say welcome back, Milty.
Hey, and I figured out the sound problem.
Hey, and I'm going to quickly say, Milty, I need to know the Porsche that your dad drove, that really sleek, modern-looking, freaky-looking thing, was that, I just need to know, was that stainless steel or silver?
Well, it depends which car you're talking about.
Was there a stainless you know the one I'm talking about, that really fancy molded body thing, the curve, the Porsche.
Well, I'm looking at my walls right here, and there's like 50 of them on the wall.
Okay.
So.
When I look up Milt Metro on the internet, that's what comes up. This sleek looking car. Looks like it. I gotta go racing, guys. Good luck. Have a great day.
Good luck, Sammy. I finally found the problem with the sound. The problem was me, and that I muted game sounds in my mixer earlier when I was playing a game while listening to music, and I never turned it back on. And that's the same channel that NASCAR 2003 is routed through, and yeah, here we are.
Drivers, to your cars.
Jam.
Yeah, I can see Jim
Doing
Ray
some
checking
RC
in.
racing in Exeter, California tomorrow night. I'm thinking about going. A long little trip and the whole day to have to be sober. I don't know. That's tough. But I'm leaning towards it. 917. Well, yeah, that's one of them. They weren't silver, but 904s, the 906s, kind of silver or gray.
Well, we got to get our jinxes in right now. Hey, Slim Jim checking in too.
Stop yourself into a Slim Jim fan.
Drivers, start
So,
I've been seeing Mutt and Jeff there. I say that affectionately, so that would be Jeff and Mark Denza. They've been stuck together in practice the whole way, the entire time. So I think I gotta pick one of them. I'm gonna go with the 29 of Jeff Hale.
It's a strong choice. And again, he was good last night in the trucks here at this very same track, but he just didn't have... he made the 2 tires stop, and everybody else made 4 in the final stop of the race, and that was the difference there. If he had someone else to do that 2-tire strategy with him, he would have gotten away with it.
Well, you know, that start and park is not as easy as you think, because dude's going to be running like on a keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't want to like start and crash.
No, absolutely not.
Piss everybody off.
Well, I don't want to put a jinx on anybody, but if anybody needed a win tonight, it's that guy in that purple car, 124, Rick Castle.
Yeah, he needs to maximize the fact that dude's out of town. And
yeah, this is an opportunity. I think he smells it.
Gotta win out.
Yeah,
put that pressure back on Ryan.
I'm looking for Rick Castle to sneak one in tonight and capitalize on the opportunity and make it a nice dogfight down the stretch. With 2 races to go after this in this season 46 Winston Cup season. But for now, the pace car is off. We're about to take the green flag here at Texas World Speedway, my former adopted home track. I lived just south of it for 6 years as we take the green flag. Pops Marguson leading us to green here. This is in College Station, Texas, just about an hour north of Houston. I had no idea it was there the whole time I lived there.
Wow.
I'd never heard of it. NASCAR had stopped racing there. IndyCar had stopped racing there.
Whoa,
Pop's spinning off too.
Sideways on his own and goes around.
99 car in the grass.
I didn't see contact there. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was just all by himself.
That's what you're worried about when you... and he's just getting going now.
No caution. As you saw...
Huge amount of time.
And you saw briefly there, Ryan Johnson took the start from the pits. And he's now just rolling around the apron using the keyboard. He does not want to get up onto the racing surface moving that slowly and risk bringing out a caution.
Well, good thing for Pops was no contact there, but those tires are toast. And he's in the weeds. Needs a caution here.
Yeah, Pops absolutely needs a caution. Meanwhile, Ryan Johnson, this is going to be the slowest lap we've covered here on a Friday night. Jeff Hale.
Will it be the tortoise or the hare? Because the hare tonight's going to have to be the 124 Rick Castle.
Yeah, he's looking to keep that car clean, just be there at the finish. He also ran in the truck race last night. Got a feel for what this car can do, what this track will do. But he just illustrated one of the things you got to watch for there. Coming off that turn 2, let's get an in-car view of it, so we can get a good illustration of what I'm looking at. Here we go on board with Rick Castle. And here he heads into turn 1. You see those walls, the red, white, and blue striping, very visible. Yeah, very distinctive wall there. It stands out, but then watch off the exit of the corner. It turns back to gray. It's real easy to get kind of hypnotized by those red, white, and blue squares going by. And you get tunnel visioned out. You get tunnel visioned and don't see the gray main wall on the backstretch sticking out there, and you can just drive right into it.
Now here you don't have that, so you're going to find other markers to look at, like the light right there, or one of those, the second light right there, something to kind of, especially once they start, right now it looks like they're pretty much damn near running flat out.
Yeah, you can run it flat out for a few laps here.
Then that's
fresh tires.
Up on the chip there, Castle setups are maximized really good.
Give a call to Donald Ritchie in the 43. He's been away for a bit. Good to see him back, and I think he's been traveling. But he's looking strong in that number 43 VP. Buick? Oldsmobile?
Adam Simonik really, he's kind of looking a little bit there. He's still running that bottom line. Now Castle kind of defends a little, and they got DJ on the outside there.
Lots of room here. This is kind of like Michigan on steroids. Lots of grip, lots of racing surface.
That was a little scary there with Simonik and
DJ.
Just trying to not end up at the same place at the apex of the corner. Either entry, center, or out. That was coming out there. Guys giving room here, but also wanting to get some work done as they're really trying to push on Castle there.
Brian Johnson has completed his start and park successfully without causing any incident.
Like Rick kind of lost a couple car legs there. Maybe he's just taking it easy a little on the tires, and it's going to start to push now as he start. Whoa, DJ Sorrentino almost gets in the back of the 016. He has to take a different line coming out, and that hurts him. Now the 14 up on his inside.
Nick Walters has been kicking some butt in iRacing, road racing.
Yeah, hopefully when things get better, I'll start to run some of that stuff. I had planned to, but it ain't going away, so starting to get bigger and bigger fields, you know.
As John Lennon put it, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Donald Ritchie, you know, ran against him in FSBI racing and beat me at the line. Really good race for like third place, I think. And I was like, you know, this guy's really starting to come along.
Teammates battling for the lead.
Freight trained a little bit there. The kiss of death. As soon as I say something, yeah.
Yeah. Well, teammates battling for the lead. Hale held on to it that time, but it looks like DeSenza will move to the point going through turn 1 and 2 here. But not so fast. Hale charges back on the outside. It's always something you got to watch for here. The high line can just keep it wound up, and if you can't clear them in the corner, they can come powering back on you.
Well, they're going to race, you know, and this track's got great multiple grooves here, which, is not always the case. And so this is some really good racing here. If you get on the outside, you're not toast. You may lose a spot, but you still have really good momentum. Or Brad Otto gets really sideways up. Turn that.
Take a look on board from Sam Young as he watches this lead pack battle it out. He's trying to bridge his pack back up there. Sam's there in 8th. About half a second back of 7th place Donald Ritchie, so he's not out of the draft. He's getting a toe off of him, but he'd like to close that gap up a little more. Tire wear, not a huge issue here, but you can't ignore it either.
Yeah, you can hear him start to get out of the gas now, so they weren't doing that at first.
No, and he definitely qualified, flat out, wide open.
Last lap, almost 2.5 tenths slower than the lap before for Sam. Let's see at the line this time with some clear track and draft as he catches up a little bit. Yeah, that's more like it, 39.1. So, yeah, they're still pretty, like you said, but a little bit of lift to the center there for Sam.
Ooh, Brad Otto barely kept it off the wall there off turn 2 behind Sammy.
Yeah, he really wants some.
Oh, here's some good news from Slim Jim. He's getting fiber internet installed on the 21st. Hopefully that'll be the end of the connection woes. Yeah.
Man, I've been there. It sucks, and we miss him out there. I mean, obviously.
Pops Marguson in danger of going a lap down here. 14 laps in after taking that spin on lap. Oh, hard in the wall, 43.
That was Donald Ritchie.
Looks like
he's going backwards. He painted that wall there.
I see why I was confused on the make. That's a LeBaron template on the Oldsmobile Buick body. Let's take a look here at what happened. So he's following his pack, getting in behind DJ. Everything kind of stacks up in the corner. Looks like he tries to keep out of the back and just chases it up the hill. You can see the front end dip down as he tries to stab brakes at the last second. It's just too little, too late. That was pretty heavy contact, and this is very much an aerodynamically dependent track.
Now we get to 63 of Jason Dolfer up there with Sam, seeing if they can not lose that draft. They got Pops losing time here, right in by himself. Obviously probably disappointed here. Maybe he can pick up the draft and stay in the lead and get a caution.
Yeah, he should be able to merge in with his pack, no problem. He didn't slide on the asphalt for very long.
He would be the lucky dog, so.
Yes. These teammates up front just will not stop swapping the lead.
They're here to race.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Rick Castle.
Seems like Castle was saving some stuff there, and now he's starting to push.
Castle would definitely like a lap lead. There's definitely one specific lap he's looking for. Ooh, DJ Sorrentino in the 86 barely keeps it out of the fence.
Yeah, he had the 124 kind of coming up into his vision. Pop's realizing that, he needs to let these guys by.
He's got a gap between the 14 and the 016, it looks like. If he wants to drop in there, but he'll probably just stay high and let him go.
And he can stay on that tail end or around with the group of the last cars. Whoa, I think he got close to the wall.
Got pretty close there. He should be okay. We're approaching the pit window here, too. Up 18 of 70. You're going to see about 22 to 25 laps run out of these guys. Okay, I mentioned Jason Dulfer. There he is, letting Sam Young go by on the high side. We haven't seen Jam and Jay for most of the spring, so it's good to see him coming back here early in the summer.
Yeah, and when you come back off the couch, it'll, trying to get your feet wet on this first run here.
Who I think Pop's hit the wall a little harder there.
Well, we've seen some difficulties under pit circumstances here, so it'd be interesting here. You just don't want to make a mistake.
This pit road, as you noted earlier, does have a bit of a long lead up to it once you get down off the track. So it's hard to gauge exactly where you want to slow down, and you also have to be very careful not to touch the grass on the right side, because that will give you a black flag for unsafe entry.
And you've still got that, turning left hand in there, like
it's most like, yeah, I was gonna say it's most like Atlanta '97.
If you don't run the whole, like cutting in at the.
Yeah, Homestead, you come in off turn 3 and run the whole access road around.
Angle right there, except.
Yeah, I liken it more to Atlanta, the old Atlanta. So it's less severe than the cookie cutters. Well, they're definitely cooking up a strategy. Now they've got another teammate out there too, by the way, in 5th place right now. That's Sunoco Thunderbird of DJ Sorrentino.
Well, you want to go with your teammates, but he's kind of getting past here, so he might be thinking about running an extra lap.
All right, now he got himself stuck on the high side for a minute.
Back down low. Boy, this is Harry here. As we got something on the scanner here, we got pit stops.
There you go. Yep, we got Mark DeSenza
down pit road hard. That's a good stop for Mark. Maybe his weak point.
Good stop for Nick Walters too. Look how he came in and stayed right on the bumper of Jeff Hale.
Well, now you got the second group, and more on the scanner. So I think they're going to be pitting this lap.
Oh, trouble getting in for Jeff Hale. Jeff had trouble getting into his stall, and then as more cars hit pit road.
Castle gauges these dudes on the outside there and gets a nice stop. He had to go around the outside of Jason Dulfer and Sam Young, but executed it, and they did well to not make a mistake. 4 tires for the 63 of Jason Dulfer. Obviously 4 tires, and Brad Otto misses his stall by a hair. Has to back up. Did it quickly, but that's going to be a second or two.
Yeah, unfortunately it's a big enough group. He should be okay. He should stay in the draft.
Dulfer out. Who's going to make it at the line? It's going to be the 124.
Yep, Castle comes out ahead of this pack, although Dulfer on the outside may get around.
But he's not sure, so he gets a bad start, and now I'm not sure either. What the heck happened there?
I think he was playing it safe. Last thing he wanted to do was spin coming off pit road, so he just let Jay go around the outside so he can follow him. He knows the situation. He knows what he needs to do.
Demonic drifting back in, and they've lost some time to that first group.
Big old mess as they re-merge here. 43 car of Donald Ritchie has gone a lap down. Probably took time to fix damage there on that pit stop sequence.
Yeah, pretty much had to.
Yeah, he straight clobbered that. See DJ Sorrentino rolling off pit road. He stayed out a lap to lead.
Oh, and he spins it!
Oh,
Coming off
down.
the pit road.
Is he to get down to the inside enough?
And he's struggling to get back off the grass, which we've seen how much time Pops lost. Tough luck for the 86 car.
Jeff Hale, with his issues getting into his pit stall there, is
He
lost
a
this
ton
lead
of
draft.
spots and the draft, yep. Rick Castle a little sideways behind that group, but he, like you said, he did what he wanted to do, which was not screw up anything and get back in that lead group. So
Yeah, he absolutely knows that he needs to keep that car in one piece.
I don't know if
And
he
be there when it counts.
Yeah, he must have been conservative there, but yeah, I don't know.
So Mark
Unless he
sends it
was
back to command.
confused, which you could be, if you don't hear the spotter.
Yeah, one of the problems when you're off the racing surface, so on pit road, on the apron, your spotter no longer, calls high, low, middle, all that stuff.
Yeah, so he may have thought maybe he didn't beat him at the line. Looked to us like he clearly
Whoa!
did.
Hey.
Real Richie's having trouble now. That car is evil. Got some apron earlier, and then just missed hitting Castle there.
Yeah, I think maybe he just didn't know he was up there. Or realized all too late. But no harm, no foul. So we got this.
It's a big winners in this. It's definitely the 14 and 63. Great execution.
Yep, great stop for Nick Walters. Made up a ton of ground on that entry. And was able to capitalize on Jeff Hale's woes there. Came out behind the leader, behind Mark DeSenza. And yeah, Jam and Jay came in the other group, and he made up a bunch of spots too. Six-car group here with the lap car of 43 Donald Ritchie. 4 seconds back to sixth place.
Donkey Bob, what's up, man?
Hey.
Watching the show.
And Jeff Hale is just on an island with Pops right now. In between the two groups that formed after this pit stop. Actually, I guess you could call it three groups. Because the 016 and 31, the Wolfpack car is there. Similar paint scheme between them. Have fallen 7 seconds back, 7.6 and 7.8 respectively. So Jeff Hale and Pops both really need that caution. Actually, Donald Ritchie is the lucky dog right now.
Well, I think another guy that's got to be pretty happy with this is Sam Young. Struggling for pace a little bit, but didn't threw the pooch there and came out, did well on pit sequence. Now he's got to see if he can try to get a little more speed and keep up with these guys. Oh, if it looks green, it smells green. I don't know, man. If it is green and they run 22 laps, that last pit stop won't be enough. So
Nope.
66. Long way to go before that. We are approaching the halfway point.
Yeah, there's going to be a late stop, and then that 2 tires versus 4 tires strategy is going to come into play again. Again, assuming if we go green all the way. We got Sean Sheaves checking in.
Yeah, Octane. Brother. He's trying to work his way back into FSB, but he works a lot, so that's the problem when you're a grown-up. It sucks.
There's lots of disadvantage. We couldn't wait to do that too when we were kids, to be a grown-up. No one told us. I mean, they tried to warn us.
You didn't
Who
say
am I
it was
kidding?
going to be like this.
Who am I kidding? They did say that. We just didn't listen.
Okay.
Oh, even harder into the wall that
Whoa!
time. The 43,
That was
Donald
hard,
Ritchie. His woes continue.
Yeah, once you dent her up, it gets worse and worse, and car gets tighter and tighter.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. That little bit of damage just makes it that much tighter.
And he's gonna hit pit road.
Yeah, he's taking it straight to pit road, possibly to retire. I think you may know that he's lost his shot at the lucky dog there, as Pops Margerson and Jeff Hale had already gotten by. I hate to see a Mopar bent up like that, man. There were so few of them in this era. Who was it? Buddy Arrington, who was the last holdout?
And
Yes.
the caution is out.
Caution. We have a caution. It must be for debris from that wallop that the 43 gave the wall. Because I don't see anybody who looks like they're just getting going here.
Well, who was leading? 63 or the 3? I think the 3's gonna get back up there.
I believe the 3 was the leader. It appears to be a debris caution.
Or as they say in Europe, a debris.
Jacques Debris. The French-Canadian driver.
Oh, now you got to execute down pit road. Good time for me to get a beer sponsored by Budweiser, the king of...
The king of bears. Cut him off there. Yeah, well, the major beneficiaries of this are, of course, Jeff Hale from having lost the draft, and Pops Margerson in the 99. He had lost that lap from the lap 1 turn 2 spin, and now he's going to be right back in it.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Hey, I screwed up.
Yeah, he tried moving the wall back, it looked like.
Yeah. The wheel, I couldn't do anything.
Oh, no.
I should have stayed behind Mark, and I didn't. And I
10-4.
got too low. Yeah. All right. See ya.
All right, thanks, Donald. Tough break, man. You'll get him next time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Donald Ritchie talking after retiring that car. The damage just too much to continue there. It's no fun when the car is just going to get tighter and tighter all night. Yeah, I said it before, the aerodynamics are massively massively important at a big track like this. And once you've done a little damage to the right side, Milty alluded to it too, you get the car tighter, and then next round you get tight again, you push up and knock it in some more and just make it that much worse. So, Jeff Hale back in it here. Adam Simonik and Brad Otto looks like they stayed out to get some Dave Marcus points here. Pops Markerson hits pit road to intentionally speed and get his end of longest line for the lucky dog.
Well, they still can't make it from here, so that ought to make things interesting at the end if it stays green.
22 and 38 is 60. And then one stop.
And do you go 2 tires?
Nope, that would be a full fuel stop right there, so I'd say that would be 4 tires.
Still go 4 tires with 10 to go.
Oh, wait, no, no, for 260, oh yeah, it could be 2 tires in the can, you're right. Yeah, so it could get interesting there. You could also split it and do it in the middle and take your 4 tires.
With the smaller field, I wouldn't. Only so many cars on the lead lap. I definitely want to stay out as long as But it's easier to be strategy dude from sitting here watching and drinking some beers. When you're driving, you got to do all that stuff yourself. And
yeah, except me, I find it easier when I'm sitting in the seat and I've got a feel for the race when I'm in it.
yeah, but you're much smarter than I am. So I'm just a driver, man. I'm wearing a t-shirt here.
So am I. It's got Baby Yoda on it.
Go.
Jason Dulfer comes in the top off. I think he's showing his hand. Jam & J is definitely
there's only
about...
so many cars on the lead lap, so he's going to go backwards, but not that far back.
I'd say he's definitely thinking about the 2 tires, 1 can strategy. He wants to make sure he only has to take a can.
Yeah, because 10 is, if you're on 10, that's right at the, we've seen 22, so. And actually, they're going to get an extra lap than I thought. 41.
Yeah, lights are off on the pace car, so we're going to take the restart here.
That gives them an extra lap, which the other guys might be able to do the same without making that move. But then again, that gives them options.
Yeah. Well, in addition to that, if there's
Especially
more...
if you I'm sorry, go ahead.
If topping off now means there's more than 11 gallons of fuel in the car when you come in for that final stop, that means they don't have to put that full can in there.
Exactly, which means you can stop earlier than before you run out.
Or you can stop at the same time, but it takes them less time to put the fuel in the car. And beat the guys off pit road.
Yep.
This is all stuff that, by the way, comes into play regularly in our Super Speedway series on Tuesday nights here at FSB. That's why it's always on my mind, and we are back to green here on lap 41 of 70. Everybody should be 1 stop from here. It's all a matter of whether it's 2 tires, 4 tires. Assuming we go green all the way. Mark DeCenza on the point, Rick Castle second, Nick Walters third, with Jeff Hale looking low from fourth, looking to take over third. Sam Young up to fifth place. Jason Dulfer wasn't the only one who topped off. The Wolfpack cars, 016 and 31, Adam Simonik and Brad Otto also went down pit road. And of course, Pops Margison up to seventh now by virtue of the lucky, by virtue of the lucky dog. Yeah, he was only obligated to get to the end of the longest line on the second lap when lap cars were supposed to pit. Anybody who pitted after him to top off, they took the choice to start behind him on this restart, and that was very much to Pop's benefit there.
Yeah, that's his years of experience realizing that.
That's just the way the circumstances worked out. If nobody topped off, he would have been the last one in the line.
A lot more jiggy now. It was
Will
kind
they,
of
though?
give and take now. Now it's a little bit. I want to lead this race now.
I think the guys who have already got it in their mind that they want to take two tires are probably going to go a little easier. They want to make sure those left sides are in as good a shape as possible. One thing they also got to do, they got to watch coming in for that stop. Make sure you don't lock up that left front. Because I did that last night in the truck series here, as they get real close going into 3 and 4. I had
a sticker pecker moment there.
Yeah, I had the choice made for me when I hit pit road last night, and I locked up the left front. I'm like, well, that settles it. I can't take two.
Let's get a little in-car with somebody here.
Let's see.
Dicey.
Let's check out Jam & J's 63 car review.
They're a lot closer than they were earlier. Pretty much flat out. Even with the draft here, trying to get a run. Where do you go? Let's go low. Kind of feints, pops feints. Might have to get out of it a hair here. He does not. He just cranks that wheel and keeps it flat out and makes the pass. Great pass there by Jason. Got that good run off and nailed it. The cars up front here are going to be harder. No Pops. I don't know. I don't think he had any damage, but
No, I think his car should be okay unless you hit the wall afterwards.
right up on the chip here again. Getting a good run coming in. Want to get that run coming out. Try not to turn too hard. Run speed off. To try an outside in apex here, I think. If you can catch the draft coming off and get a run on DJ. And he does get a run here. DJ defends low. Smart.
Yeah, DJ's just following the draft in front of him.
But still, just position your car a little bit low instead of giving that inside up. Guy has a run. He's kind of thinking the same thing here now. Yeah, maybe not. As the leaders are doing that more Slim Jim Gately line, get that late apex and a great run coming off.
It's tough trying to arc into the corners here because you leave the bottom open and it invites people to dive into turn one.
Right up against the wall. Oh, really no lifting here. DJ goes low with the pack. The leaders are kind of mid-turn. Golfer tries to get the run on the outside. He's almost side by side with DJ here. Wants to pick up that outside, but can't quite get it done. Great stuff.
Don't forget, Jay is Rick's teammate. So you know he's hoping to help Rick maximize those points tonight. Alright, Milty had his break. I'm going to go take mine, and I'll be right back.
Three-car Mark DeCenza in the lead. Followed by, once again, his teammate coming from a lap down. 29 of Jeff Hale. This is exactly what they want. Nick Walters wants to try to root him out of that situation here. Rick Castle, and he needs a win, but he definitely needs a podium at least. Oh, Ryan Johnson is at the motel with his feet up after running one lap, which, hey, he got it done, you know. I know how hard that is. That's why when you talk about like Dan Francesconi, and he races like that all the time with a keyboard, and he does it, and he's paralyzed, and he does it with his hands upside down, and he'd be out here running with these guys for the lead. Smells like it's going to come down to that stop. Really isn't nothing these guys can do at the front to get around unless somebody makes a mistake. And these guys are just dialed in right now. Nick Walters trying, drafting all over the 29 kind of keeps it low, but he's also wants to pick up his teammate with the draft, but now they get a run because they kind of bail on him a little. So his teammate goes low to make sure he keeps that draft. So all these little nuances here is you see the 86 come out and try to make a move. Is anybody going to go with me? Be really difficult with those two up front. And they're done that. They know how to run. They're running about like a quarter car different line. He's still picking up the draft, still getting a little bit of air in the nose, and also defending each other. Last lap, Jeff Hale 39.1, best lap 38.8, which that's a screaming lap. So 39.1 is still the pace that they need, and they're basically flat out. So, like Sean said, tires aren't that important here. So maybe the end of the run, and definitely if they're going to try a two-tire stop. Would you consider a two inside tire stop? And a little bit less fuel? I don't know. And they're looking down low, trying to root him out. And Hale's got business down low there. Oh, the 14 is all over him. That was so close. I mean, that's a lot of trust right there. And he's lucky he didn't get wrecked right there, I think. And it's going to happen again here because he's still trying to stick with his teammate. Now Walters goes a little wide and kind of, now he's got business underneath with The other two has to go back and defend low. Castle and 63 are not going to, Jamma J ain't going to, lie about here. And now they got him on the outside with no draft. And they're going to get that spot. And there's a freight train coming. There's a storm coming, and here they come. And the 14 goes backwards. Wow.
Meanwhile, the teammates are hooked
Does
back
he
up.
want to do that and pit early? Probably not. I mean, he didn't want to, especially since he's got business underneath here now.
Oh!
Oh! Somebody was going to go on the pit road.
Jeff Hale.
I didn't see that coming, and I did. Yeah, they did signal, so
They were coming
it's
in
a
early.
complete wipeout that somebody didn't see. I didn't see it either, but they did. I looked on the chat window. They did signal that, that's kind of. I don't know. It's not that early. That's what we kind of talked about.
Yeah, this was pitting early to make sure you were in the window.
Oh man.
We'll take a look at it from on board Rick Castle's car. Oh, and you see his Jeff Hale slowed way before Mark DeSenza did. So even if Rick saw the pit message, Jeff may have just slowed more than he expected.
Well, you don't want to wreck your teammates, so it's always hard coming right in together like this, and whoa, and then the 14 didn't realize, and I think Castle just made evasive maneuver there, but the 14 had so much run because Castle got out of it, which is what he should have done, but he didn't want to run into him. So I don't know, there's damage for Castle there, but he, at this point, what do you do? Now, down pit road they go. You got to deal with, okay, I don't want to fix any damage if I got it, or do I? No, probably not. So right tires for Rick Castle and lefts too. With 11 to go, it looks like everybody's getting 4 tires except here comes the 63, and he's going to gap everybody there.
Yeah, Jason came in as the leader, and we'll keep it.
Looks like they all got 4 tires. Yep, 4 tires for the 63. They said Dolfer, what a race for him. Got it from the bottom, now we're here. Well, in sim racing, you can't wave out the window, but you can text. But guys are so focused, sometimes they see it, sometimes they don't, and sometimes it doesn't matter.
And by the way, the 29 car, despite getting hit there, actually didn't even get hit. Has no he managed to wave off, go into pit road, and avoid a black flag. Oh, he did get hit eventually by Sam Young in the door. Hopefully that didn't do much damage, if any. But I believe Jeff Hale should be okay.
Yeah, but back in 5th, he's not where he wants to be, that's for sure.
And I'm sure Mark DeSenza got an end of longest line because he would have hit pit road after the caution came out, but there really wasn't anything he could do about it.
Golfer and Castle.
Yeah, so DeSenza will get an end of longest line for pitting under caution, or entering closed pit, rather.
Both of them have run, a true smart race. And how about that? Like Danny Sullivan there, Pops Marguson from the rear now still has a chance to maybe win this race. One went all the way back, lost a lap, got back. And the original man, myth, and legend, Pops Marguson, father, grandfather, grandfather.
Oh, we're going to be 10 to go here.
Guys had every kind of health problem you could possibly imagine, and still out there every night running and running good.
Your lucky dog should be Brad Otto. Not sure how he lost the lap in the first place. And, yep, we're 10 to go here. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll take the restart with 9 to go. Now remember, once again, teammates up front. Jam and Jay, Rick Castle. Does Jay let Rick by and try and push him to the win? Because that's exactly what he needs tonight.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. This is a race win, and this isn't Ferrari, You race to keep each other in first and second till a few laps to go, and then you race for the win.
Well, we'll see how they play it. That might be the safest way to go. Just keep those two cars together.
On our team back in the day, that we never just gave spots up, championship smashes. You got a chance to win a race. That's the thing race fans hate the worst is some guy pull over for a teammate. Even Formula One doesn't do that as much anymore because there's so much social media and backlash.
Like even when it happened with Schumacher and his teammate, Schumi was mad. All right, pace car's off.
Here we go.
Time to get down to business.
Pretty good start for everybody right there. Pops is trying to work that bottom. Why not? But I don't know. Something's up with the 99 there. He must not feel like he has a car there or something because that was a terrible start for Pops.
Oh, he's 3 wide down the backstretch.
He may have lost a gear or something.
Yeah, that was not a great start there.
No, he didn't definitely want to do that. Here comes Adam. Now he's in P3 here.
Yeah, look at Adam Simonik. Good call the 016.
A win. Hale on the outside. The best I ever saw on cold tires, and there's contact.
Rick Castle's got to be real careful not to get another incident here too.
He's got cars on the inside now.
He's free and clear behind Dulfer right now. He might be a little behind again.
Now they're on the outside again.
Yeah, taking the high line. Now he's got Simonik to the inside.
Here, but now here comes the ball.
Oh, Hale around to the inside.
Cars going around, DJ around.
Under 10 to go, we race back.
That should be enough time for a restart. Could be real close. Caution is out. They're still racing back to the line.
That could be it. We might just have time for a shootout. We'll see.
Well, that's what Delfer wanted to see, that's for sure. Not what Jeff Hale wanted to see.
Yes, Jeff Hale was up here on the high side, watching the replay. And he just came down a little bit off the corner. His teammate was down there. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. So let's go back here. Watch it from the helicopter view.
It almost looked like Hale got like a little loose or something, or maybe he just thought he was clear, but DJ had business underneath him, so there was really nowhere for the 86 to go there.
Yeah, they both kind of merged together there. And then that sent DJ up the track. And I think it was DJ spinning after the initial contact that actually brought out the caution.
Had contact from his other teammate behind him. Or maybe DJ kind of like veered down a little too. Yeah, that was 3 teammates there that might have had contact at one time. I'm not sure, but Cam Young gets out of that one alive. Big run for Slam and Sammy here. Poke him if you got him.
Yeah.
Smoking the pancake? Bonging the bagel?
No free pass / lucky dog this time, as we are inside 10 to go. Now we're still watching to see if those lights turn off on the pace car.
I think they're gonna.
We keep watching the lights here. I think it might turn off.
66 of 70 right now, so
I think it might turn off next time.
Could be next time, I think.
And that would give us a 2-lap shootout.
Well, your bed is made here.
Yeah, nobody's going to pit unless they went for a slide there.
M&J fan clubs got to be excited about this, but it ain't over yet.
Rick Castle, one spot away from almost maximizing his points opportunity tonight. At the same time, he doesn't want to jeopardize what he's got.
It's not over because these guys behind him are going to try something. You gotta race it, son.
Who could be hungrier than Adam Simonik behind him in third place? I haven't talked about him a lot tonight. But he'd certainly love to get himself a podium or a win here on a Friday night. It'd be a big boost of confidence.
If you no longer go for a gap, then you are no longer a race car driver. Ayrton Senna.
Yes, one of the most abused and misunderstood quotes of all of racing history.
Yeah, because they just assume he would wreck somebody on purpose every time, which wasn't.
It's not at all what he was saying.
It's just like if you think you got a gap, you gotta. That's what you get paid to do. So.
Yeah, and when he's saying that, he means a gap that you can actually make work.
And sometimes you can't, especially when you're going 200 miles an hour. So lights
Plus, he was
should be
always
out this lap here.
should turn off. Hopefully,
Come on.
there we go. Lights off. 2-lap
Lights
shootout.
are off on the pace car.
But yeah, when Senna did that, that was when he was in the middle of all his battles with Prost, and
Exactly.
F1 heavily favored Prost, being run by the French
Well,
at the
because
time.
they were run by the French. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question about it. There was heavy favoritism towards Prost by FIA back in the day. I would say if there was ever such a thing as God-given talent to drive a race car, that was Ayrton Senna.
Well, he believed God was on his side.
Yeah, and he believed
was
it too.
willing to be brave. Who knows what would have happened, because what actually happened was, a mechanical failure that took him out, and he was at the end of his career. He may have quit. You never know, and survived and became a broadcaster.
Yeah. I mean, he was up against. He would have had to fight off Schumacher in that illegal Benetton too. Oh, whoops! Did I say that out loud? With their hidden traction control system, yeah.
There we go. Two-lap shootout for the win.
Pace cars off. Jason Dulfer, Rick Castle, Adam Simonik, Mark DeCenza, Pops Margison. Your top 5 all shooting for the win here. Great start by Dulfer. That car's looking to the inside already.
Again, not good at the start and bottling people up on the bottom. Castle
getting the
trying
run
to
down
stay
low.
with the Dulfer, but here comes Simonik on the inside, and he's got help.
It's
And
2
he's
to
got
go.
DeCenza pushing him
He
in the
can
second
block.
place. Coming on the white flag. Still using that inside line. I'd be defending that if I was you. Stay low now. That's what I would do, Jason.
Problem is, so many different lines work around here. As these cars fan out, they can all help each other.
The 16 is on fire though, and he's looking for that inside. Now you defend. Great job.
Jam J blocking down the back. Rick Castle's just
Make him go
bleeding
on
positions.
the outside. Foot to the floor. You're pushing through your floorboard. Oh, and DeCenza goes wide.
Not sure what happened there, if there was side-to-side contact,
Still
but
at the line, and it's 63, and Simonik, and third place is the 124 Rick Castle. Wow.
still a good points night for Rick.
Great job.
Oh, whoopsie.
And it's hugs and kisses after.
Everybody, Rick's trying to give congratulatory bumps there.
I see where Castle was going with that, because he wanted this. He felt like he needed this draft with the leader to not give up the position, but he kind of gave up the position there. And how you really going to know? The 3 had a massive push on the 016, and that was great racing right there. Gather these guys up here. I'll be right back.
All right. Bunch of cars crashing on the cooldown there. As Jam J drives it to the unique victory lane we got here. A platform you can drive up onto on the front stretch. Got to be careful though, you don't want to fall in. No, you're headed towards the hollow spot. There you go, Jay. Oh, I'm doing the burnout on it too. All right, Jason Dilfer, Adam Simonek, Rick Castle, Sam Young, Pops Margison rounding out your top 5 there. Strong run all night, resilient run for the 99 car. The venerable one, as Milty will call him. DJ Sorrentino, Mark DeSenza, Jeff Hale, Brad Otto, Nick Walters rounding out the top 10. Didn't see what... Oh, yeah, that's right. Nick got caught up in that wreck. That's what put him to the back there. Well, Milty's down there gathering up our podium finishers. We get things into post-race mode here. Save the replay too.
Good race, Rick.
Yeah, you do, man. I don't know how you got under me, but good job. I
Yeah,
think you have Mark behind you, maybe, but good job.
Just practicing running with you guys, that type of track.
Yeah, we were speculating.
I was trying to stay with my teammate, and he kind of stayed high a little. And I was like, well, you know, and then you managed to get that run. Good job. I mean, I'm glad I was able to somehow get past Mark.
Yeah, we were speculating as to whether you guys were going to try and work something out there to do a switcheroo for points purposes there, Rick.
I talked about it with Jason.
Ah,
But,
man,
yeah.
heck with that stuff, man. That's
Well, still a great
I
points
told him,
night.
I said
y'all
I'd be
ain't
happy.
Ferrari, you know.
Yeah, I
Good
told
one,
him I'd be
Jason.
happy to finish second behind him if that's the way it worked out.
Yeah, still a
there
great
was-
points night
there
there.
was
You got
money involved,
yeah, you
it's
got-
different.
you got the podium out of it, you got a lap led, and you're 9 points back now of Ryan heading into these last 2
Yeah, we
races.
see the points already. That ain't very much. That's definitely
Right. It's an
you
opportunity.
maximized your
Yeah.
your deal with great racing, but you know, and I see where you were going with trying to stay with Jason on the outside, your teammate,
Right.
and get that draft. But meanwhile, Adam was getting a huge push
Yeah,
from
they
the
lined
3, and
Yeah,
he
they
rooted
lined
you
up
out
on
of
me.
there, which was great
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah,
He
it
was hungry like a wolf.
Yeah, it was. Somehow I was able to stop it at only 3 cars getting by me.
So, you know, you still, as always, you race smart and you didn't try to, you know, you was like, you knew you were beat and you kept your foot in it on the outside and still got P3. And, you know, we were talking about maximizing your chance here. Well, obviously that would have been a win, but,
Right.
you know, still, you know, smart racing wins championships and you 2 races left, right? So it ain't
Yep.
over.
Yep. Thanks, Milton. And I'm glad to see you back.
Thanks,
Glad to see
brother.
you
I
back.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good to feel
Absolutely.
like being back.
Yeah.
Well, I got to ask one thing though, Rick, about the kerfuffle there on the pits that was leading up to the last stop there. What would have been the last stop? Did you just catch the message late, or?
Yeah, I
Or
imagine I did. I asked Jason if he saw it, and you know, I guess within the heat of everything, I just didn't see it come up.
I don't
See-
think the 14 saw it either because you did make evasive action, but you really didn't. You know, just moved a little bit, and
Right.
the 14 still got you like on the outside. So he definitely didn't
Right.
see it either, I think.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Nick about that. But yeah, I mean, I thought I just moved enough to miss Jeff, and then realized, you know, the 14 was there.
yeah, I thought it was either it was just earlier than you expected, or they braked sooner than you thought. But yeah, it worked out. He didn't hit anything in that, and but I know that probably had to be on your mind going
Great
going
stuff,
forward through
though.
there.
Yes.
I was
it
watching.
Yeah.
Adam,
Oh.
baby, what's up?
Yeah.
man? P2.
How's it going, gentlemen? Good race, gentlemen. Congratulations, Jason, on the win. Rick, good racing with you there, man. That car
Yeah.
behind me just gave me a good push, and usually I lay back, but I was like, nah, not this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you get
good
the
job,
Mr.
man.
You get the Mr. Where did he come from?
That was another. He ran a smart race, and then at the end there, he was, you know, I thought maybe he was listening to the broadcast because I was like, you know, going, Go low, root them out.
Actually, it was my teammate Brad, Mr. Otto, was giving me some good pit stop advice and just keeping me calm and just telling me to keep that smooth line. So just listen to him and ran it clean.
Brad's always was a great teammate for me too. He was my teammate back in the day, and great second place for the Wolf Pack. I have a hat, by the way. I wear it every now
Awesome.
and then. So.
And hey, I hear your cat has congratulated you too.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing it
Everybody's
for. He got
excited
food.
at the Simonic house. Yep.
Awesome. Great run, Adam. That's definitely got to be your best Friday night finish. And you've got to be feeling good about that one and carry that momentum forward throughout the remainder of the season and into next. So congratulations, man. Great run.
Thank you guys very much. And these guys are heck of drivers. Good job, all the drivers out there. And drove the Wolfpack for tonight with the OMR logo on the back. So glad to get that across there too.
Yeah, Travis is going to be happy about that.
Awesome.
Great run, buddy. And then, of course, our winner, Jammin' Jay Dulfer, been absent for most of the spring, pops up here and snags a win, I think, on your first Friday night back in a while, or at least that I've seen, because I wasn't here last week. Great run, man. Tell us about your night.
Oh, well, yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, hey, anytime you got a shot at pulling off a win here at FSB, man, you go ahead and do it. Sorry, Rick, man, but,
No
you know,
problem.
hey, I had a shot at it, so I had to do it. But awesome race. Yeah, I almost got into a wreck in that pit road thing. And, yeah, I just barely missed a wreck right there. But I had a great car all night, kept it clean. And, wow, I wasn't expecting a win. But, hey, that's awesome. Good job, Adam and Rick. And just want all the other drivers that come in here. It's awesome. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend, Christy, and Ava and Ryan, and welcome them they moved up to Kenosha to come live with me. We bought a place together. So that's why I'm been missing some races.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always nice to pop in.
That's
A
awesome.
little busy, but it's just give a shout out to all my fans that come in and watch. It's awesome. I love racing with all you guys, and thanks for doing the broadcast. Milk, glad to have you back. Sorry about everything, but just having a blast here at FSB. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely understand the new house thing cutting into your time there. That explains everything.
Well,
So
you never
congrats
know.
on that,
I've
too.
had long layoffs, and I've had where at the beginning of the broadcast, I was saying, well, Jason's probably been on the couch here, so he's probably trying to take it easy, and you did, but then, I mean, coming off the couch there and then nailing those pit stops with these guys that have been racing hard, and those were several green flag pit stops that you had to nail to, keep yourself in. I think that was the, just great pit work.
I still haven't moved my race rig yet. It's still I haven't moved it to the new place.
Oh, you're still at the old place.
It's still in the original settings and everything. I haven't messed
there you
anything
go.
up yet.
I was going to say, Milty, he wasn't on the couch. He was moving couches. Well, congrats, Jay. Thanks again, podium finishers. Rick Castle, who moves into 9 points back of Ryan Johnson for the last two races here in season 46. And, of course, Adam Simonic with the Friday night podium. Always excited to get one of those. Thanks, everybody, for coming in, talking here in the post-race show. Thanks, everybody, tuning in out there on
appreciate it,
YouTube,
everybody.
cheering on your favorite drivers. You had the Jammin' J fan club in effect tonight.
Thank you guys for the broadcast.
Yeah, great to show the Jammin' J fan club a win now and then. As those guys have been coming out and supporting their driver for a while now. It's great to have Milty back, of course. Again, everybody's been thinking of you.
Oh.
Yeah,
Appreciate
glad
all
you're-
the support
yeah.
from all my friends, and life and sim racing definitely helps. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yep. Love you, Milty. Welcome back. And thanks, Sam Young, pinch hit, doing the double duty admin and driving tonight for Ryan Johnson, who's on vacation, doing the start and park tonight. That's why you only got to 9 back there with that finish, because he got 12th place points out of that start and park tonight. But every little bit helps. It's going to be a great finish. to the season here.
Got 2 races to whip his ass, man.
I knew I should have got more people to come in tonight.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
You
Nah,
know,
I'm only kidding.
you're gonna whip his ass. That's what you gotta think. Yeah.
All right.
He's a very tough competitor, and but I'm up to the
Absolutely.
challenge.
Well, I got stuff to do to get ready for some stuff around the house tomorrow too, so I'm gonna end it here. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week for the 2 to go race here. But until then, I've been your host, Sean Reap, saying goodnight for FSB Racing Live.